Leinier Dominguez and Levon Aronian. They just finished their first game of the semi-final with a victory for Levon. Levon, tell us, you played the opening so fast that it almost seemed that you knew this position would come on the board. So what's your secret, Levon?
You can never guarantee that you will get a certain position on the board, but since Leinier employs this opening, which is, I think, very interesting for black, I thought that there is a probability that this might happen. And then I've prepared a little bit. I cannot say my knowledge is too much about this position, but I knew it's playable, it's interesting, and it's a difficult position for humans to play, and it requires immense pressure. And I had this feeling after difficult tie break, and it would have been maybe my chance because I would maybe surprise Leinier.
Okay, Leinier, obviously a very complicated game, full of twists and turns. What went wrong for you today, Leinier?
Yeah, well, it's obviously very, very difficult position to play in practice. I thought I was thinking about different possibilities, but I probably took too much time, and at some point I blundered it. I cannot really take on d4 with my bishop c7 b6 maneuver, because then my king will be very weak, even if I'm up 2 pawns or something. After bishop takes d4, king h1, bishop f2 was my original idea, but then I think knight e4 and
yes,
bishop e1, and it's looks not great for black. So I had not so much time at that point, and I decided to play this knight e5, knight c6, but then b3 is very strong. So I think, yeah, all in all, of course, difficult game. I felt that I had, of course, some interesting chances, but the way I played it's just not good.
Okay. I'd like to ask you many more questions, but tomorrow you have the second game, and I understand completely that it's not appropriate for me to ask certain questions, taking into account tomorrow you said you have the second game, so I'll leave it for now, and hopefully tomorrow I can ask you a few more questions after the game.
Thank you.